it is I. We are back. We are back from our vacation. Part of me is really sad, but the other part of me is ready, is excited to be home. When you eat fast food for like 4 days in a row, every single meal, you know, as a kid, that sounds like your dream. And when you become an adult, it doesn't sound as good anymore. And even for me, so I have my eating issues going on. And I love pizza. I love French fries. I love all of it. But even I get really, really sick of eating it day in and day out. So today, Sean made me some minestrone soup. And the way this soup schmacked. I used my Imanum Noble. It's in my One Tree Hill project pan at the moment. But yeah, it's good to be back. It's kind of sad because we've been looking forward to this vacation for a year. And now it's over. And it's kind of like a bummer because it's like, oh man, we don't have a vacation planned anymore. And that means that one of his vacation weeks is burned through and he has to go back to work. And it's been really nice. It's been really nice seeing Sean and getting to spend time with Sean beyond, oh, hey, we have these appointments we have to go to. Oh, hey, we have this stuff for life we have to facilitate. It was fun. And we got to experience a place that both of us have wanted to visit again. And we wanted to share it with the kids. So that was fun. It was hot. It was very, very hot. It was a high of 98 a couple times while we were there. And a low of 75. Meanwhile, at home, it was a high of 70. So that was a shock for all of us. We were all like, and the poor baby was roasting. Honestly, my two twins did really, really well, though. So my son, he only took one nap while we were there. He skipped his nap most of the other days, or all the other days, I should say. And he was able to walk around until 10, 11 o'clock at night. We went to Disneyland. Did I say that? Now that we're back, I'm so bad at keeping my own secrets, you guys. I was like, I'm not going to say where we're going until we get back. And then I know for a fact I posted it like in my community tab because I was drinking Dunkin'. And that's the other thing. I've been wanting to try Dunkin' for like over a year. And I finally got to try Dunkin', and we got Dunkin' every single day we were there because it was so good. I originally thought I was going to go to Wetzel's Pretzels every day because when I was a kid and I went to Disneyland, that was just part of the itinerary. Of course we're going to get a Wetzel's Pretzel because, I don't know, they have pretzels obviously in the malls up here, but they're not good. They're not Wetzel's. So I only got Wetzel's once, and it was actually when we were waiting on our ride back to the airport. I'm glad I got it at all. And then Pizza Planet, I think it's Toy Story that Pizza Planet comes from. I remember that place being schmacky as a kid. Oh, man. But it was different. So before they had the food, like, sitting out, and then you would go grab, like, a slice of pizza or a bowl of spaghetti or whatever. And then you would bring it up to the register, and they'd check you out that way. Not anymore. Now you have to order it, and then they bring it out to you, which makes sense. But, so we were trying to get a pizza, just like a pepperoni pizza, because I told Sean that's something we had to do while we were there. We had to do it. And the only way you can get a whole pizza is if you order this, like, family deal. It comes with a pizza and 2 side salads and 4 drinks and 4 breadsticks. $100 for a pizza. $100. Now, granted, it's Disneyland. You're not expecting things to be affordable, but $100 for a pizza? And it's only pepperoni. Like, you can't add stuff to it. So I just thought that was nuts. But if we were to get slices and soda, it would have been, like, just about the same price. Oh, I have something in my teeth. That's cute. Content creation's fun. I just ate minestrone, I told you guys. 1 second. That was cute. That was really cute. But anyway, so in downtown Disney, they have a Sephora. Of course, I had to go into the Sephora. Of course I did. And they had cold feet in store. And I have not actually seen cold feet in store ever. So I went there, and they had the Zari Eyes eyeshadows. And so I had to swatch them. But they only had Bronze Brocade, Sona, and the green one. I actually didn't swatch the green one because I opened it and I don't know, it wasn't that pretty to me. Like, I feel like I have a similar color and it's not a color I'd reach for very often. But I did swatch Bronze Brocade and Sona. And I'm glad I did, because Bronze Brocade, not my shade. Not my shade at all. It was very coppery. I feel like it was too warm. It was too warm. And I'm really tan right now because I just spent a week in California. This is as tan as I get. This is like, it doesn't get tanner than this. But Sona, that's the one everybody was hyped over earlier in the year. Everybody loved Sona. And I was like, oh man. So that inspired me to bring out my Coffee Shadows today, my Sitara Sparkles and my Plum Pataka. And then I also figured I'd bring out this little single from Natasha Denona Xenon. I figured, you know what, let's do a singles party since I'm inspired by my singles today. And today's my daughter's first day of school. I took her this morning, and I thought for sure I was going to cry, you guys. I was like, I'm going to cry today. I didn't. I did not. I took her, and she was really excited, and I was actually one of the first moms to leave, which surprised me because I thought for sure I was going to cry. I was preparing to cry, and I dropped her off, and she started playing with her Play-Doh because the instructions in the board said that she could either play with Play-Doh or color in her coloring book. And the way this girl was so excited, she was like, can you open my Play-Doh? Let's pick a coloring book. Let's blah, 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 blah. And she's like, okay, bye, mommy. And I'm like, bye, love you. And then I left, and she didn't look back. She was just doing her thing, and I was like, okay, I think I made the right choice. Because even last night, so we got home at like almost midnight last night, and I woke her up at 7 this morning to get ready for school. So everybody was tired, but yeah, she handled it really, really well. And I was telling Sean last night at like midnight, I'm like, she's not going to school tomorrow. Like, you think she's going to school, but I'm literally going to like take her and then bring her home because I don't think I could do it. And he's like, it's not about you. Like, she's so excited to go. You have to let her go. She's so excited. And I'm like, Sean, I can't do it. Like, I'm going to go there and like, you know, think I'm going to like send her to school, but I don't think I'm sending her to school because I am so depressed. And he's like, it's not about you though. You can't, like, you have to just take her. And I'm glad I did because she's very social. She's a very social, sweet kid, and she needs to be around kids her age. And just the way that she was so excited and so happy and just so eager, I was like, okay, yeah, we made the right choice. But that doesn't mean it's not hard because she's still my baby, and I do miss her. I do miss her a lot, but I do feel like I'm making the best choice for her because she's so excited. Meanwhile, at home, Sean is still on vacation because we have a couple more days till he goes back to work. So we've been unpacking and cleaning and getting everything reorganized because when you have 4 kids, if you don't do laundry every single day, like at least one load, you're going to be drowning. And of course, we were on vacation for 4 days. So we are behind on everything, but that's okay. It's a lot easier with like a toddler and a baby. It's easy. It is so easy. You can get stuff done without a bunch of helpers. Nobody wants to be too independent, so you don't have to like fix mistakes after mistakes after mistakes. You get to just do what needs to get done, and you get to relax, and nobody's fighting with each other. Nobody's stealing toys. Like, I forgot how easy it was to have just toddlers and babies. Like, big kids are hard because they want to understand everything there is to understand about the world, and they ask you questions that you don't have the answer to, and then they'll push for answers, and it's hard. So them being at school, it's good for them. It's definitely lonely though. It's definitely quiet. Like, I feel like this is how empty nesters feel, where they're like, oh wow, I'm so free. Like, I could do whatever I want. I could spend my money on whatever I want. I can, I'm on my own schedule. But then a part of them's like, but it's too quiet. I miss my babies. Like, I definitely feel that. But it's already quiet time. So once I'm done doing my makeup, it'll almost be time to go get her from the bus stop. I did get a little bit annoyed by her teacher though, so I'm not gonna lie. So her birthday is in the summer, and you know, I like the idea of her getting celebrated in school. So bringing cupcakes for the class, getting sang to, getting treated like a princess, all that stuff. I really like that. But she was born in August. So I figured, you know what? I'm already going to take her to school. I'm already going to walk her to her class and stuff because she's an incoming kindergartner. Why don't I just stop and get her cupcakes and stuff, and then I'm already going to be there. Just drop them off and they can celebrate her while she's at school. Her teacher looks at me and is like, oh, I don't think that's going to happen today. And I'm like, excuse me? And she's like, yeah, I need to know in advance. So, like, we could do it on Monday. And I'm like, lady, I just bought these freaking cupcakes this morning. I don't know if they're going to hold over the weekend. I bought her, and my daughter's with me. I bought her paper plates. I bought her napkins that were bluey, of course. 32 cupcakes. There's not 32 kids in her class. I totally overestimated. We're in a small school district. There's probably like generously 20 kids in her class. I got her little unicorn ears to wear, you know, and I'm like, what difference does it make, you know? Like, whether or not you knew I was going to bring it, like, I brought it. And it's the kindergartner's first day of school. Like, treats for their first day of kindergarten, hello. But, whatever. I wasn't going to fight the issue with her. But I was kind of output by that because I'm like, what's the issue? What's the big deal? Like, yeah, I didn't communicate it with you, but, like, who cares? And, like, she sent home this newsletter during open house saying that she likes to celebrate birthdays. And please feel free to bring your kid treats and stuff for their birthday, but she didn't say in the letter that she wanted a heads up warning, so I just thought that was kind of weird. But you know, whatever, as long as my daughter gets celebrated, because I spent $32 on these damn cupcakes and stuff. They were not cheap. But I wonder how she's doing. I miss her so much. But I definitely think that we're making the right choice. And so that's a good feeling. It's a good feeling when you just get, I guess, affirmation that you're making the right choice when you're on the fence. Now, our oldest, so the way our school district works is pretty weird. They have kindergartners start like a different day than the other grades. So the rest of the school started on Tuesday, but we obviously were in Disney, so our oldest just went today for his first day. So I'm really curious to see how they both did. Things are different this year. So last year they did free lunches for everybody, regardless of like income level and stuff like that. This year they aren't doing that, so I'm packing the kids' lunches. And he's so used to getting school lunch and stuff, so I'm just curious. I'm curious to see how their day went. I'm curious to see if they remembered all the stuff we talked about, because I think it's one thing to talk about things at home, and then another when you get there and get in the routine and like see how things are. I think it's different. So I'm just excited. I'm excited to talk to the kids when they get home and see how they liked their first day and if they like their teacher and all that. I'm not the biggest fan of my daughter's teacher. My oldest had her for like a week or two. She's aight. She's a weird person, but like not in like a good way. She's just like kind of socially unaware, I would say. Not as bad as his other kindergarten teacher. So we actually bought our house at the very end of the school year, and so he moved to this school with 2 weeks left a couple years ago in the school year. And his last kindergarten teacher was worse. She told him, it wasn't my responsibility to get you, like, treats for your birthday. It was your parents' responsibility. Which, of course, made him say, like, you dropped the ball. And we were just, it just wasn't very tasteful. There's a tasteful way to tell kids that, and then there's, like, a distasteful way to tell kids that. And I feel like the way she went about it was very, like, not tasteful. She's very young, though. It was her first year at a school. So she's very young, but still. Wasn't the biggest fan. This teacher that my daughter has is, she's better. She's definitely better, but she's just socially unaware. You know who else is socially unaware, though? People in Disneyland. People in Disneyland and people on airplanes. Oh my god, you guys. If you are a germaphobe or have an anxiety disorder of any sort, traveling is probably your worst fucking nightmare, because grown-ass adults, they'll just cough. Like, they won't cover their mouth. They'll just sneeze on you. Won't cover. And I have my infant, my toddler, and my kids. And I don't want them to cough. I mean, it's fucking nasty. People are just so unaware. They'll just, like, right in your baby's face. And I'm like, I'm gonna fucking punch you. And then, like, just the comments. When you go out with multiple kids, you're gonna get comments. But people are just, like, unhinged sometimes. Like, we were on the plane. And our plane is, like, empty. It's basically just us. And people are still like, but there's too many of us. Like, what do you want us to do? You want us to sit on each other's laps? What do you want us to do? Or at Disneyland, the way people raise their kids, like, they didn't get slapped, I swear. We were on the monorail heading back to the Disneyland hotel, and this little kid, probably like 6, 7, 8, I don't know, just starts being a little brat. Straight up, like, you're taking too long. I want to go home and take a nap. Like, I don't want to stay seated. Like, just running their mouth. And mom is laughing, like, hysterically laughing. And I'm like, if my kids ever, we would not be going back to Disneyland that day or at all, really. Like, we teach our kids to be respectful and grateful and kind, and then grown adults are trampling over the kids. So there's 6 of us. So Sean is holding the toddler or the baby. So most commonly he's holding the baby and holding my toddler's hand, who's holding the big kid's hand, who's holding another big kid's hand, who's holding my hand, or some combination of that. Basically me and Sean are on the ends. We're either holding babies or holding babies' hands and then big kids. So we're walking in a line, and the way grown adults, like 30-something-year-old adults, will, like, shoulder check the kids, or will break up the chain, or will cut them off, or will push them, it's absurd. It is absurd. The amount of grown-ass adults that will cut the line just to get in front of groups of children, absurd, unhinged. There was even a grown-ass adult who tripped my toddler in line for the airplanes, like the spinny airplane thing. And I glared at him because I was like, how do you make this right? And he's just like, I just had to give this to, I'm like, so I told Sean, like, if this motherfucker comes near us again, I'm just gonna have to, like, put my leg out and stretch my leg, because I just felt like I had to do that right that second. Sorry. Like, what assholes? I hate people. Disneyland and traveling brings out the worst in people, and I'm like, literally a fucking vacation for kids. You gotta be kidding me. Mental illness. But the Disneyland Hotel is really nice. It's really nice. The pool has water slides. I am actually convinced that the big kids liked the pool better than Disneyland itself, because they kept being like, oh, can we go back to the pool? And Sean and I are like, well, yeah, we're gonna go back to the pool. Just trying to go to Disneyland. And they're like, I think I'm gonna go to the pool. So it really was cool though. I didn't get to go in because the baby was roasting, which it ended up working out because I like my naps anyway. So rather than taking naps, the big kids and Sean went to the pool. So that ended up working out really well. This is Sitara Sparkles. I'm so glad that there was Kulfi in the Sephora because, man, I really needed the reminder of just how beautiful these are. I really almost got soda because we had a deal where we could all get one thing from Disneyland to remember our trip in California. So our oldest got a Buzz Lightyear. My daughter got this Tiana set. I got my toddler from Turning Red, the May. But he didn't like May. He kept throwing it and being like, bad. It's comfy. It's like a Squishmallow type pillow thing. Bad. So then Sean took him and he picked out Donald Duck. So I guess May is the baby's because she didn't really get anything. I was going to get Sean like a pair of socks or something. I wanted to surprise him. But I could only find like youth socks, and Sean has pretty big feet, so the youth socks super would not have worked out for him, and that made me kind of sad. I was telling him like I really wanted to get you something, like I was like genuinely like thinking about it and stuff, like, and it just didn't work out. And he's like, it's okay. I'm like, it's okay. But anyway, I'm saving my one thing because part of me is convinced that I want BoxyCharm again, but then the other part of me is like, nah, I don't need it. Because Megan keeps talking about like these bad experiences she had with BoxyCharm. And how like she gets products that are either already expired or very close to expiration. And I'm like, man, you know, I like to try things, but I don't get through products like that. Like you guys see how quickly I get through stuff. It's not very fast at all. So we'll see. I change my mind on this issue like daily because I'm like, I don't need it. But then I'm like, but it's so nice to have. I don't need it. So I guess we'll see. Right now, I mean, we just got back from vacation yesterday. So right now I'm feeling like I don't need it. But am I still going to feel that way on the 1st when it's time for renewal? I hope so. I would like to be done with BoxyCharm for a while. Because like the reality is I don't need it. I have too much stuff. And you guys are going to see in the coming days what I'm talking about because I've been naughty. Not like recently, but before I left, yeah, I was real naughty. But I be right back momentarily. Always doing 500 things at once. My eyeshadow is so sparkly today. It's exciting. Another thing, hold on, let me do the wings real quick. This is so pretty. I haven't traveled in a very long time. The last time I traveled by airplane was 2019. And the time before that, I was 16 because I went to go check out NYU because I thought I was going to go to NYU. So I must have been 16, 2013. So it's been a while. I haven't traveled. And I've never traveled like that with kids. And let me tell you, there's no quicker way to feel old than to travel with kids. Like, each and every night, I'm at the hotel room, like, sore, exhausted, and the kids are up bright and early, ready to go again. What really came in clutch though is they have, my wings look really fucked up, and I'm gonna go get my kids from the bus stop pretty soon, so it's okay, I'm the only one that wears makeup anyway, of any sort. So I'm sure people would look at me like I have two heads. Regardless, I'm gonna see if there's anything left in my coffee mascara. There might not be. I might have to toss it, but I'm gonna see. They have services where your like taxi driver can put car seats in their car for you, so you don't have to bring your car seats. That came in clutch, because can you guys like imagine for a second bringing 4 car seats with you on vacation? Yeah, I'm gonna have to call this an empty. I'm not getting anything. That's really sad. I really like this mascara. I do have a backup, but I have some others I need to use it first. So that is an empty. We are going to bring out my Ulta Beauty New Heights Lifting Mascara from Ulta Beauty. I got this from Riri. It was my giveaway mascara. And I'm really curious to try this out. Oh, that's like a tiny little... This is so small. You can see how small this wand is? It's tiny. And the car seats aren't like... If you have kids, you know. They get food on them, they get stains on them, they get sticky, like, car seats get yucky real quick. These car seats are clean, like, they look brand new. They're like, because I was really worried, I'm a germaphobe, and so I was like, oh man, like, I know that they can provide a car seat, but do we want them to provide a car seat? Like, especially for my infant, I'm like, I don't know if I want her touching a car seat that a bunch of unvaccinated other little babies have like touched. Like, that's gross. But they looked clean. Like, you would think that they just bought these car seats brand new just for us, even though, like, obviously that's not the case. Obviously it's too soon to tell, but nobody seems like super sick yet. I know that there was a measles outbreak earlier this year, and unfortunately my infant is too young to get a measles vaccine. The absolute earliest her pediatrician would do it is 6 months. And as of the time we went on our trip, she was only 5 months and 2 weeks, like just shy of 5 months and 2 weeks. So they wouldn't give her the measles vaccine at all. It's just shitty because Disneyland is like a nasty place. So people often get COVID from there. We've had COVID 3 times. People get sicknesses there. I just really hope it's nothing like measles or, you know, anything like that. Obviously I don't want her to get COVID either, but I had COVID when I was pregnant with her, and I got COVID one other time after she was born. So she has antibodies against that, at least. But I've obviously never had measles. I just wish people would vaccinate their kids, but that's a whole other. And the Seattle airport, which is the one that we obviously flew into and out of, has been a hot spot for measles in a lot of the Washington cases, at least the King County Washington cases. So I'm going to be watching the news pretty intently for the next 2 weeks, just to make sure we're in the clear. It's hard. Like, I want to shelter her and protect her so badly, but there's 3 other kids I have to consider as well. And if I stayed in the hotel with her at Disneyland like I wanted to, then my 3 bigger kids wouldn't be able to do anything. Already we had to compromise a lot on the things we could do because Sean and I had to split up to do like the big rides at like as it was. But we did the best we could. All in all, I think it was a really fun trip. Very expensive trip. We had really good discounts because of military and stuff like that. And we still spent around $12,000 on the trip. It was pricey, but it was nice. It was really nice. What do I want to do on my lower lash line? You know what I probably want to do? Should I use my purple liner, my purple Fenty liner? I think that's cute. Cute. Now for my inner corner, is this the one I want? No, this is the blue one. I want the red one. This one. It's from Illuminati. This one is like a red-green shift. I think I want this to be my inner corner. So today, as I'm filming this, is the 5th, and Ice Cream Beauty spoilers still haven't been pushed out. I really think something's going on with the business, and I'm really sad. I did get notification that my mystery box shipped, though, and that should be arriving, I would say probably tomorrow. So they're trying. They're really trying to be, you know, on top of things. I'm just a little bit worried because it really is a good value. It's a good value. It's a good business. I really like the business owner. I think she's super down to earth and cool. And so I want nothing but success and happiness for her. And I'm just a little bit nervous that her business isn't doing very well. And the tariffs, I'm sure, aren't helping, because if you have to import any of your product, who's going to be able to afford that? When you're a small business like Ice Cream Beauty, you know? Even Ipsy, I would imagine, is going to get hit pretty hard with that. So I'm curious to see what the future of subscription boxes is going to look like with the US and their current situation. Okay. Actually, I put on my Sunvisor. I put on real sunscreen while I was in California, and it was not overstimulating. I think that using my sunscreen during my makeup application is really helping me get exposure and not be super sensitive to sunscreen, which is good because none of us at all, including me, got a sunburn in California. We all came back tan, but not crispy. So that was nice. I did miss makeup a lot, though. Like, I wasn't very active on social media while we were in California, obviously, but there was downtime. Like when Sean took the kids to the pool and I stayed in the hotel with the babies, where I was hopping on and I was watching my friends do makeup, and I was like, man, the only thing that'd make this vacation better is if I could do my makeup. Like, I missed it so much. But I came home and had a newfound appreciation for my makeup, and I was just really excited to play with all of it again. Like, everything was exciting, everything was new. When was the last time I went 5 days without doing makeup? I mean, I don't even know. Because even when I had COVID, I did makeup before then. We took a quick stop in the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, and when Sean and I had decided that we were going to do a Disney trip this year, we usually go for our anniversary in May, but this year we obviously chose to go in September because we wanted to time it when the crowds wouldn't be so bad, and hopefully the weather was going to be a little bit better. So that's why we chose September instead of May for this year. But I was talking about getting my daughter into the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique because I really wanted to see her get pampered and turned into a princess and all that stuff. But it was really expensive, and we prioritized other aspects of the trip, such as the Disneyland Hotel, over the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. And looking back, I'm kind of glad, because as cute as it is, it would only last for a couple hours. The kids want to get in the pool, the kids want to get wet, the kids want to play. It's cute, but their hair, their makeup, all that's going to fall off. And so I went in and I was looking at the dresses and stuff. Tell me why the really, really, really cute dresses are like $400. They have some that are cute. They're like $70, but the really, really cute, like ball gowny ones, like the ones I like really was looking at and like interested in, $400. I was like, oh my God. And that's just for the dress. That doesn't even count, you know, any accessories or makeup or hair or shoes or anything. Like literally that's just the dress. I'm like, oh my God. And food in Disneyland. So we got Dunkin' every morning. That was between $20 and $50, depending on if we got donuts or not. Food, I said that weird. All food was either $50 or $100. It all started with a 5 or a 10. I'm like, oh my God. We went to In-N-Out, and In-N-Out was cheap. $60. But we got like more food than anybody could eat at In-N-Out. It was crazy. Disneyland is expensive. But going, oh man, shoot. I need brushes. I feel like I get a mulligan today because it's been a while since I've done my makeup, so I kind of forgot. I took all my brushes out the day before we left because I was like, we're going to wash them, and then I'm going to come back, and all my brushes are going to be washed. Who thinks that actually happened? Say I. I get ambitious. You know what sucks though is we didn't get a family picture by the castle, which I really wanted to do, but there's too many people. The only time that's good to do it for us, because it was too hot during the day, would have been at night, but they do that light show. Also, Disneyland in Halloween mode is really cute. It's really, really fall. It's festive. They changed the rides. So, like, Haunted Mansion was different. Oh, my poor daughter. My daughter, I asked her if she wanted to go on Haunted Mansion because it's inside and air conditioned. And, you know, it's a little spooky, but it's not like, it's not like that bad. And she was having like a panic attack. She was so scared. I felt so bad. Me and all the other people that were like around her, because they reached that point of no return, you know, once you go into the room that like stretches from the top or whatever, where you can't really turn around and leave. So everybody's like, it's okay, it's okay, this is the worst part, like you did it, good job. But she was so scared. I felt so bad for her. I am not a fan of horror either, though. I like Halloween, I like fall, I like all that. But horror movies, never been my thing. But she really liked the new Splash Mountain ride. I've never seen The Princess and the Frog, like Tiara, whoever that person is. She really liked that, and she was in the very front. She was in row 1. So, because I warned them, I was like, okay, you guys, do you see that big drop? And they're like, yeah. I took the 2 big kids. I'm like, okay, when you go up that drop, you're going to come down the drop. So just know that we're going to go up 50 feet, and we're going to go down 50 feet. And I was like, oh my God, they're going to be screaming. They're going to be so scared. They had a blast. They wanted to go again, but it was hot. And the wait was like an hour, which is not a lot for Disneyland. I've always gone, as a child, I always went during spring break. And you can't walk. The way you can't walk. Sean was telling me, because he used to go the same week that we went, because he lived in California. He was like, yeah, there's no wait at all. Like, most of your wait is walking to the front of the line. And I'm like, yeah. But no, like, seriously, like, a 10-minute wait is not unusual. Of course, like, the bigger ticket rides had like 45-minute to an hour waits. So much so that when Sean had his day where he got to venture out and do whatever he wanted while I stayed with the kids in the hotel, he didn't ride like the big ticket rides because they had 40-minute waits. And I'm like, Sean, that's a great wait time for that ride. Like, I remember waiting like 3 hours for that ride as a kid. Of course, as an adult, you start to see things more for how they are. And I'm like, yeah, I probably wouldn't have waited 3 hours for that ride nowadays. But back then, using my Candy Apple blush from Ofra. I just had to have this blush, and I've used it once. So, yeah, I went into Sephora, and I didn't get anything. And honestly, I didn't even really want to get anything. Like, I went in 2 or 3 times while we were there just to swatch things, because I used to do that all the time. I used to go to Ulta, like, on a weekly basis at least, and I would just touch stuff. Even if it was like the same stuff I touched last week, I would go in there, I would swatch it, I would look at it, I would see how pretty it is, and ooh and ah, and then I would leave. And I kind of got away from that this summer. I very much got into a consumerist mindset where I had to buy it, I had to have it, I had to own it. Well, now that I own it, I still go into Ulta and still touch it at Ulta when I'm there. Even though I have it at home to touch. It just doesn't make sense. So, like, I think I just like to be around the sparkly, pretty makeup. I don't think I have to own it. I think I just like to be around it. So I went to Sephora, I swatched the Danessa Merrick stuff, I swatched the Colfi stuff, I swatched some stuff from ABH, and then I left, and it was really nice. It was nice to know that I can still do that, where I don't have to buy things every time I go in there, and I still enjoy the experience, and I still, like, I'm just happy I was there, you know? It really just set in motion that while I have a lot of stuff coming in over the next few days, because it takes time for orders to come in, okay? Like, if I ordered stuff before I filmed my video that I'm getting better, then obviously they were already on their way and coming. But I haven't placed any more orders since. I haven't wanted to place any more orders since. And I think I'm doing pretty well. The Disneyland Hotel is like hella nice, though. Like, so we forgot pack and plays for the babies. They're like, okay, we'll bring you a pack and play. How many you want? 2? Okay. They just, no questions asked. Like, here you go. They gave us pins because Sean and I said we were celebrating our anniversary. They gave him a military Mickey Mouse pin because we were there on a military discount. Just stuff like that. I thought it was cute. Gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury. I got this year ago, you guys. See how cool that is? A year ago. Don't overconsume. This is what happens. This is more to me than to you guys because I'm worse than anybody else I know. But don't overconsume. Stick it to the man. Don't overconsume. For my lips today. Gonna go in with my Maybelline 110 Purely Nude. I have really enjoyed lip liners recently. They've been fun. I remember I was talking about, oh man, I don't know if I could say this on YouTube, like, because Sean and I are making a bunch of innuendo jokes. My friend Dion comments, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. And then I'm watching her live while I'm on vacation, and she's talking about how her friend gave her a dick pic, which is like literally a guitar pick that says dick on it. And I was like, okay, she can talk about dick pic, I can talk about, like, I don't know, DSLs or whatever the fuck I was talking about that day. I keep giving a disclaimer because some people get really offended when you say fuck. People get really offended when you say fuck, or people get really offended when you talk about, like, dick sucking lips or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? Not everybody is my subscriber. I've said this a few times. Not everybody is. And you know what? It's okay. Because sometimes it's going to come out. And if you don't like dick sucking lips, then you're not going to like me as a person. Or if you don't like fuck. If you don't like fuck, you're not going to like me as a person. It is okay. You know who I really like? Sarah Webb. She does bold makeup every day. Non-traditional bold makeup though, like really pretty bold makeup. And she'll say every single day, multiple times a day, like, you don't like it, don't watch. You don't like it, get off my page. Like, it's my page. If you don't like me, then don't watch me. It's that simple. I'm like, get it, girl. Get it, girl. But this is my makeup of the day. To pick up my baby from her first bus stop experience. I was going for something very sparkly today. And as you can see, no one does sparkle like Kofi. So, those cheeks. I was a little bit nervous to do like this kind of look today because I was like, it's too like neutral. Like, I don't want people at the bus stop to think I'm just like too neutral, because then I'm gonna come in on Monday with like a green smoky eye or something and they're gonna be like, but you know what? This is what I wanted to do today. This is what we did today. And this doesn't change my ability to do a green smoky eye on Monday if I feel like it. But it's good to be back. I have missed makeup so much over the last few days. It's kind of interesting how you get used to doing something and it becomes just such a part of your day that when you don't do it anymore, it's like, who am I? Like, this isn't right. But it's nice to be back. It's kind of sad to be back because I miss Disneyland. And I don't know when we're going to get to go again because it was really expensive. But the kids had a really good time. And I know that the next time we go, our babies are going to be bigger and they're going to get to do more. And then there'll probably be some more family members that will come with us. So that will be really nice. But it's always just bittersweet. It's bittersweet when vacation ends. But it was time. It was time to come home. We were sore. We were tired. We were getting a little broke because we've been eating out for the last 5 days and there's 6 of us and it's just, things get expensive and Ubering and this and that and the kids need to go to school, but it was nice to have some family time. It was nice. It was nice, and just getting to experience all that with your kids is different because when you're a kid, it's all about you. It's all about the rides you want to go on. It's about the food you want to go on. It's what you think is cool. It's what you want to do. But when you're a parent, you simultaneously like want to share the things that you love with your kids, but also want them to experience their vacation as they want to because it's their first time there. So I think we had pretty good. Yeah, we had a good time. I really like Dunkin'. I did post my drink on my community tab. That way next time I'm in a place with a Dunkin', I can remember. It's a large iced latte with 3 of the caramel swirl things and 2 of the vanilla swirl things and whole milk. Sean tried the Dunkin' latte. Well, Sean tried it. Sean's not very picky when it comes to coffee, so he told me I could pick whatever I wanted for him. And I wanted to try the Dunkin' latte because it's described as like a coffee milkshake. That was too sweet, even for me. I didn't like that one. I did like his iced latte. And Dunkin' Donuts, they have these pumpkin donuts, and when Sean ordered those, I was like, pumpkin donut, but it was actually really good. It tastes like carrot cake, and I don't like carrot cake, so it was like carrot cake that I like, but like pumpkin. I don't know, I had a good time. But it's nice to be back. I will catch you guys very, very soon, and I have lots of content to catch up on from all my friends over the last few days, so just bear with me. I'm doing it in chunks. Some of the videos I like to watch are like 2 hours long. And I'm rewatching like live streams, and so you might see comments in batches when I sit down and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch some videos and then comment, and then okay, I'm gonna take a break and then I'm gonna go back and just be ready. Be ready because I'm ready. But I'll catch you guys soon, and I hope you guys have a good week. Bye.